How's the investigation proceeding on your end?
Lang Ji says that's top secret. If you're going to attempt to irritate your superior, at least do it well.
I don't suppose he believes in the accidental leakage of information. Are you finished checking out all the bystanders?
Yes, sir. And we found 14 counts of pickpocketing, 16 counts of illegal parking, and one person ran a light, sir.
Don't tell me you didn't find out anything related to the case.
Sir, not a single thing, sir.
Well, for now, let's just get those other lawbreakers down to the precinct. Agent Lane. Well, if this isn't Mr. Prosecutor, I would just like to thank you for your assistance earlier. Make no mistake, it's not like I was trying to help you with what I did. After I left, did you receive word from Ambassador Elba? We'll wrap up our bodyguard assignment at the end of the day. Just today. Oddly enough, we received word from HQ to return home on an urgent matter. As if I can be so easily called away from this case after I come this far. I swear that I'll find the truth and I'll drag it out screaming into the light. You're with me on that, right, Mr. Prosecutor? You were working as Ambassador Elba's bodyguard at the time, so naturally you witnessed when the Yatagarasu appeared, correct? Yeah, I saw the thief all right, with my own two eyes. The Yatagarasu was always there, lurking in the shadows. When the spotlights were turned on for Ambassador Elba's speech, a shadow appeared. That's when cries of, "It's the Yatagarasu!" rang out. The next second, the spotlight went out. By the time we got the area lit again, the deaf thief had vanished. When we visited afterwards, we found the reason the lights went out was because someone had unplugged the extension plug for all the outdoor electronics. Whether it was someone doing it on purpose, or simply a guest who had tripped over it, we don't know. One thing is for certain. The Yatagarasu was here. So saying that, basically all you saw was a thief's silhouette. Yes.
Objection!
If all you saw was a shadow, then it's entirely possible that the shadow belonged to someone else.
Ha! Good thinking, sis. You just might be right. If it weren't for the fact that there were no one else with them that same shape. There was no one else with that same shape. Not among the staff or the audience members. My men have already done a thorough check of everyone, so I know I'm right. If there was nobody with that shape, then how would the what? Where are you saying the shadow came from then? Someone else's shadow. That sounds like a plausible hypothesis. Sudden appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. I believe I figured out its true origin.
I expected no less from my subordinate. Let's hear what you know on the subject.
What really cast the shadow of the Yatagarasu?
Yeah, the women's statue?
What that?
Kinda. If you see like the banana with a light, maybe?
I mean, I don't see anything else, so I guess sure.
Take that!
Suddenly appearing and disappearing shadow of the Yatagarasu. Is it not possible that it was created by this statue?
Objection!
Are you playing me for a fool, Miles Edgeworth? The statue bears absolutely no resemblance to the shadow of the Yatagarasu.
You're correct, however the statue is but one part of the whole picture.
What do you mean by only one part?
What's the other part to the real form of the Yatagarasu shadow?
The other statue?
Isn't that too far away?
I mean, the two lights could be like pointing. I don't know.
Okay.
Take that!
It's... Oh, let's see.
It's the other statue?
The Yatagrasu shadow is made from the shadows of these two statues.
Made? What do you mean by that?
Right now, the spotlights are all over the place. This is because they were moved when the guests were in a panicked state. However, if we were to restore the lights to where they were when the thief appeared,
You believe that the two shadows will create the Yatagarashu shadow?
precisely. Now then, watch as I reveal the true form of the Yatagrasu. First, if we set up a spotlight to cast a shadow of King Primodex in the battlefield, the shadow of the king's statue would appear on the backdrop of the stage. Likewise, we set up a light on the queen who spoke of love to King Primodex. Her silhouette would also appear on the backdrop to the stage.
Ah, so if we were to combine the two shadows... It looks nothing like the Yatagarasu shadow! Miles Edgeworth, how do you explain this grotesque shape?
Calm down, Francisca. The way the light needs to be shown on the queen statue is wrong.
What do you mean by that?
I believe that the whole of the king's shadow needs to be used for this to work. However, in the case of the queen, I don't believe her whole shadow is needed. Rather, the person who created the shadow will use one part of her shadow.
Only one part?
Well,
I just used one part of a shadow.
yes, and that one part alone is enough to fill in the rest of the Yatagrasu shadow.
Why didn't you say that in the first place?
You're right, I apologize. Now, what part of the queen statue is used to complete the Yatagrasu shadow?
Her hand.
It doesn't look like her hand, but...
But that's what it is.
I know it is, but it doesn't look right.
I mean, yeah, it's a little too angular. Like, the fingies are a little too sharp.
And like slanted weird.
Yeah.
Back to what is missing in our shadow. 5 long, thin areas, correct? Now what does that remind you of?
Ah!
That's right, it can only be the shadow of the queen's left hand. Francisca, can we please adjust the spotlight's position so that it only shines on the queen's left hand?
Alright, let's give it a try and see what we get. It...
Yeah, this is exactly like the shadow I saw. The culprit must have changed the spotlight's positioning beforehand, and then pulled the plug after people saw what the culprit wanted them to see. In their panic, the guests must have moved the spotlights around, which we could assume was also part of the culprit's plan. By the time the lights came back on, the Yatagrasu shadow had vanished, which means the shadow was a construct from the very beginning. So you see, the Yatagrasu never did visit Alabast tonight. The only country that thief visited was Babal, although it can be assumed that the Yatagrasu had an accomplice in Alabast.
An accomplice? But who?
I haven't figured that out yet, but I assume it was the person who set up the shadow show. Since the biggest clue yet to solve in this case is the existence of this accomplice. How's the investigation going? Oh, how's the investigation going? Detective Bad, have you come to join us in investigating the Yatagrasu? I left the murder. Major Lane's charge. My own target. From the very beginning is the Yatagrasu. So yes. So what have you found out? Got a piece of evidence. May I see it? Sure. You may regret it.
We're here because we are ready to face whatever may come. So if you please.
People heard the commotion and bystanders started gathering. And one woman claimed, "I'm telling you, I'm a genuine international journalist." She gave me an interesting picture. A journalist?
Oh, was that a lot of heart?
He was a freelance cameraman. Sounds like it. This the photo I got from her. Like, I don't get why they don't just have these characters cameo then. Like, it's not like they're having to
It's not
pay
like you have
voice
to
actors.
pay- Yeah, literally. That's literally what I was about to say. Yeah, it's not like you have to pay voice actors. Why not just cameo? Literally every single person can cameo. Like you have to pay. You don't have to pay royalties. You don't have to like. It's all the same. Like Godot could literally just be in the background the entire game.
I mean, that wouldn't make sense that Godot would be, because he's in jail.
But yeah, but you know what I
If
mean.
he's even alive. But, yeah.
Like they
What's
could
he
just
in
astral
Word?
project him into the scene the entire time, and it wouldn't cost them a single extra dime.
Yeah. I mean, it costs them the amount to make the simple portraits and animation. But I can't imagine that that's super pricey. At least back then. Now that they use 3D models, it might be a little more.
Yeah.
What in the world?
The Yatagarasus flying through the air.
Times, they are changing. It's not just man. With evidence. They lie to us now. When was this photo taken? Apparently, right after the fires, when the 4th and 5th floors were put out. It's taken from a nearby building that you can see the embassy from. It seems this was taken after the fire. The blur in this photo, this blur in this picture, took off from the Babylese embassy. Took off from the... Okay, yeah, I read that right. Took off from the Babylese embassy, flew over the boundary, and headed for the embassy of Alabast.
Objection!
This is simply not possible. The people are incapable of flight.
Is that a fact? I had the pleasure of dealing with a case involving a flying person once.
Actually, come to think of it, I've come across a case like that as well, too, actually.
More references to old games. Maybe it happens more often than we think. Perhaps the task of solving the mystery behind this photograph. I also think that's kind of hilarious, though. They're just like, oh yeah, this must just happen. Because we've encountered like multiple cases where this has happened.
Yeah, I mean, it's a trope.
Well, the Yetagrasu took off from Babylon's embassy, so let's start from there. Siska, I need you to return to the Babal investigation for a bit.
All right. I'll continue investigating on this side of the building.
Alright, I'm counting on you.
Welcome back, Mr. Edgeworth. Now, come on, let's go back to our investigation.
Yes, let's. I love that makes me walk across the room. That was so important. You couldn't just teleport me here now.
Nope. Oh, I gotta go to the bathroom real bad. I'll be back.
Okay. Well, we'll continue that in a moment. Quick note about the upcoming schedule. Sundays, we don't have another stream this week. And then next week, Sunday's stream and Tuesday's stream are being swapped. I'm going to update the Discord after stream, but Sunday we will be doing more Ace Attorney investigations at 6 p.m. Eastern, and Tuesday we will be finishing Killer Frequency at 6 p.m. Eastern. And that's currently the plan. And I will, at the end of the stream, be announcing what we're going to be playing after we beat Killer Frequency. So, look forward to that. Otherwise, I hope you're all doing well. I know that a lot of big games just released this past week. We had Sonic, we had Mario, we had Spider-Man. Personally, I only got Mario, and I've been playing it with some friends. Sonic, I might get at a later date. And Spider-Man's not on the table right now because I don't have a PS5. So... I hope you've all been having fun with new games. And looks like... Look back.
Ba-da-ba-dum-bum. To think, after all that running around, we're still right back where we started.
Would appear that way. Hello, Mr. Edgeworth. Have you found Maddie's killer yet? Terribly sorry, Master Palliano, but I'll have yet to find his killer. I guess his murder really was the work of the Yatagarasu.
Let's get one thing straight. It was the work of the fake Yatagarasu. The real Yatagarasu is a noble vigilante who is only out to steal the truth.
Miss Faraday, please don't make such a sad face. If there's anything I can do for you, all you have to do is ask, alright?
Mr. Palino.
Actually, there is one thing you can do. Will you allow us to take another look around? We don't have enough time to conduct a thorough investigation earlier. Oh sure, please, feel free to investigate to your heart's content. Also, there are a few questions I'd like to ask you personally, Ambassador. And it will bring a smile back to Miss Faraday's face. I'll gladly answer anything.
Thank you, Mr. Palino. You're a total gentleman.
You don't have to waste such nice words on me, little miss.
Hey, Sir Palino.
Those two sure got chummy awfully quickly.
You know, it's easy to say we're going to investigate, but where should we begin?
We should probably start by comparing the state of this room before and after the fire. And then we should look into the matter of the suspicious person you spotted.
Yeah, when I came into this room, that person was already gone. And I'm willing to bet that person I was chasing is Mr. Cochin's killer.
We don't know that yet, however it's hard to believe that person is unrelated. Furthermore, because the key of the Yatagarasu stole 7 years ago was found here, it signals that perhaps Miss Yu is also somehow involved.
I knew it! That woman is almost definitely Mr. Cochin's killer!
Yet again, we don't know that. There are too many mysteries to be solved in this case. Speaking of the Yatagarasu and mysteries, I received a most mysterious photo from Detective Bad.
Uncle Bad? He's taking part of the investigation too?
Yes, he's been chasing after the Yatagarasu for all these years.
Uncle Bad?
Now then, I was told that this photo was taken just after the fire.
What? This kind of looks like the person in the long coat I was chasing. Does this mean that I was chasing the fake Yatagarasu after all?
I don't know the answer to your question, but I don't think people can fly either.
But this could be how the person escaped.
We'll need to investigate a bit more before we can say anything about that. In any case, let's not dawdle anymore and pick up our investigation where we left off. So this is the real Prima Deck statue.
This is really valuable, right?
That's what they say.
Hold it!
Okay, you're not seriously considering the theft of the statue, are you?
No way, Mr. Edgeworth. I wasn't thinking about anything like that. I was just calculating in my head how much the statue would be worth.
This sounds mighty suspicious to me. Still don't know where the blade of the Balinese knife went. Could it be that the killer walked away with it?
It looks like all of the souvenirs suffered some damage from the fire. I just don't believe it. Murder on top of arson? What a disgrace to the name of the Yatagarasu!
Fake Yatagarasu gets you much more than just theft, it seems.
I know, because if it were me, my first priority would have been to loot this bookshelf.
You would steal ordinary souvenirs that you can buy virtually anywhere.
You can't buy them anywhere. Each one is specific to a location and has its own value. And the items have memories attached to them that are the most valuable of all.
Could you really rob someone of their valuable memories just like that?
No, because even if I take the souvenir, I can't take the owner's memories. It's a different game.
What game do you steal memories?
Kingdom Hearts.
I mean, you don't steal memories.
AI, the Somnium Files.
You're just stealing memories in AI?
Dilemma.
What?
Zero Time Dilemma.
You're just saying names of games.
Those are games that heavily feature the manipulation and like removal of memories.
I don't know any memory stolen in Zero Time Dilemma.
Isn't that the one where they put people to sleep and they give them the drug that makes them forget?
It's not stealing memories.
It's taking a memory away from a person.
I don't think that's what they mean here. I mean, I think it means that she would have them then.
She's just not thinking broadly, you know?
A grandfather clock. This one resembles the one in Alabast. Oh, that clock has been with us since back when we were still Kidopia.
That's one big clock. Hey, does this one have a bird that pops out like a cuckoo clock?
I'm sorry, but no. Oh, but I'm sure you'll love its chime.
Really? It's gonna be 11 soon, so maybe I'll get to hear it then.
Is it that time already? Time sure flies by when I'm involved in an investigation.
Oh, it's not that late. The night's only just begun.
Okay, it's not good for you to stay up late, you know.
Yes, Gramps.
Here's Mr. Cochin's body has been taken in for an autopsy. The white outline is all that is left to tell the tale of this murder. What's that? Ambassador Paliano, would you have to know what these charred remains are of? I don't know actually, but I do think don't think there was anything there that should have been flammable. So it remains a mystery as to what was burned here. The charred remains of a fallen ceiling fan.
Oh, I've seen a few of those before. They spin around and around and play music.
Maybe you're thinking of a musical mobile for babies.
Yes, that's it.
They're nothing alike.
They're totally alike. They spin those babies right round like a record baby, right round, right round.
I see. I guess I can see how you might think that. Well, that's a old reference, I guess. So this is the real Prima Deck statue.
All it looks is that to me. You look like you're lots of fun. This is really valuable, right?
That's what they say.
Hold it.
Oh, I already did see this one. I didn't say anything.
Like a record
Mr.
baby, right?
Paliano, what exactly used to be here?
It used to be a stack of brand new pamphlets. It looks like they were all burned up. I guess we'll just have to reprint them. No matter how fast we reprint them, they always disappear so quickly.
The Beverly's tourism industry really that hot right now?
Of course. Although recently, the most popular vacation destination has been the Republic of Virginia. And we refuse to lose to them, so we've been hard at work promoting the ball.
Interesting. Well, I've just recently returned from a trip to Virginia myself.
Oh, and how did you like it?
It was alright. Probably shouldn't bring up the fact that I was a suspect on the flight home. The safe wasn't open at the time of the fire.
You could tell because the inside wasn't burnt, right?
Yes, and thanks to the safe's fire resistance, the smuggling evidence was preserved.
Aren't safe is great? They always hold wonderful promises of treasure within.
Well, this one certainly did have a few inside. Fireplace, huh? So the ball's offices have them too.
Two?
There's a fireplace in relatively the same location in Alabastion office. However, we found something there that I'd rather not recall ever again. Still can't believe that we found that lady's undershirt in the fireplace.
If that was traumatizing, why don't you try creating new memories with this fireplace?
You know, if it was that traumatizing.
If it was that traumatizing. If it was that traumatizing. You could climb inside and we could play hide and seek.
And come out covered in soot, I think not.
You really have no sense of fun, Mr. Edgeworth.
Because this area was heavily damaged by the fire.
Yeah, I guess we should hurry up and get started examining everything.
Won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. I only read that because it won't let me skip the text as it slowly scrolls. It looks like a very comfortable chair.
Well, it doesn't look all that broken, so why don't you try sitting on it?
No, it better not. It's very important that we preserve the crime scene at all times.
Wait, but you're always touching all sorts of things at a crime scene.
That's because I'm a prosecutor and it's part of my job to examine things.
It's my job to be a great thief.
Which is exactly why you're not allowed to touch anything. Ah, that's still part of the armchair, okay. It would appear that this desk also fell victim to the fire.
But it doesn't look all that damaged. Oh, I think we can rifle through this drawer a bit.
Is that how you spell rifle?
Yeah,
Oh,
like
looks
to
looks
go
like a
through
riffle to
something.
me.
No.
Like the chips.
That's not right. That's not right.
I suppose you really should take a look. Oh. Seems that the contents of this drawer survived the fire rather well.
Now that's a sturdy desk. I guess that's a value of solid wood construction. Let's see if there's anything useful left in there, Mr. Edgeworth.
This is a rather unusual shape for a notepad. I suppose it must be another souvenir from somewhere. Looks like a bunch of flyers with coupons attached to them.
The boss sure gives away a lot of different coupons. Maybe I should create one of my own. I could call it the Great Thief Coupon.
What kind of discount would that add to you?
The 5-finger kind? What else? And I'd steal an extra thing or two for the bear.
Things such as...
Such as the truth? What else would I steal?
What I wouldn't give to have a mountain of your coupons right about now. It looks like a bunch of flyer coupons are... cool. Those are also coupons. So, Manny Coaching. His name is written here on his nameplate.
Why would you put a nameplate with your name on it in your own office?
I suppose it's to inform people in case they walked into the wrong room by accident, by mistake.
Do you think maybe it's also there to remind you of your own name if you forget?
Well, either way, it's never a bad thing to sit a nameplate on one's desk. There's only one book left standing here, Treasures of the World.
Wait, what? Let me see that. I see. Ah! The most important part was blackened by the fire. Why, accrue fate? Why?
Looks like the map where the treasures are located has been burnt.
So, I guess embassy phones are just like normal phones, huh?
Well, what did you imagine them to look like?
I thought that Babal would look like a flower and the receiver would be a butterfly. That way, it looked like the butterfly receiver was suckling nectar from the flower base.
If any country had a flower phone, it would be hell vast, don't you think?
Oh, then maybe the phone I envisioned would have been from when they were Cadopia?
There's really no point in asking me about something that never existed in the first place.
You know what you lack, Mr. Edgeworth? Curiosity and imagination.
There's a bottle of Babbly's ink on Mr. Coach's desk.
And it looks like there's still a lot of ink left inside.
The seal is unbroken, so the fire probably couldn't get into the bottle to burn up the ink. Is ink flammable?
I guess it depends on what it's made out of. Hey, Mr. Palino, it looks like your precious Babbly's ink is alright after all.
What? That's odd.
Hold it!
Master, what do you mean by that?
Well, it's just that there is something strange about the ink.
You mind elaborating on the statement for me, please? Oh. No, we're coming back to see your elaboration. We didn't finish here. I think there's something here. We examined it, but
Yeah.
I think we have to do something.
Connected to the other piece of paper that we got?
This said it's a notepad, a weird shaped notepad.
Don't we have like that little piece there?
We have a weird shaped note.
Yeah.
The shape of this notepad matches the shape of this note we found.
Hey, you're right. What is it? It looks like something straight out of Monument Valley.
Oh yes, that notepad is a souvenir from somewhere in your country. You've been collecting them for the purpose of studying them, you see?
Yes, I do. You do seem to be quite passionate about it.
Oh, would you like to see my souvenir collection? I'd love to show it to you.
Dirty.
Are you sure they haven't been burnt to a crisp by the fires? Master Paliano, I wonder if you might recognize the handwriting on this note.
Yes, looks like Maddie's handwriting.
See, in that case,
Oh, did you figure something out?
this note was found in Alabasta. Specifically, it was found being firmly grasped by the murdered Damask II.
Firmly grasped.
I know, I was screwing up the sentence because the meme was playing in my mind. I'm like, I can't think of words now.
Firmly grasped. That's how you pronounce that, actually. It's not grasp. It's grasped.
Grass-fed. I prefer my beef grass-fed.
I mean, it's the only humane way to exist.
I mean, I guess you could have it like insect-fed. I don't know what the alternative is.
Exclusively insect-fed beef. Yikes. The masked too. Then this note.
Yes, it was a request from Mr. Cochin for Damask II to steal the Primadex statue.
What? Manny tried to steal Alabast's Primadex statue.
We would know for sure if we could run a handwriting analysis. Ambassador, do you have any documents that were written by Mr. Cochin?
Yes, I can gather a few and give them to you.
I'll have to ask Detective Gumshoe later to run the analysis.
I can't believe that Manny would ever think of doing something like this.
Do you have any idea as to why he would have requested theft of the statue?
There is one possibility, though mind you, it's just my personal speculation.
Anything you tell me would be a great help, Ambassador. Okay, is that everything here? Yes, that is everything here. Okay. Wait, let me skip. I wasn't trying to read. Look at that. The national symbol of the ball is drawn here. There's nothing especially strange about it.
Is it just me, or did the butterfly gain antenna since we last saw it?
Even if it did, would it really have any bearing on our case, Kay? Now then, Ambassador, I'd like to ask you about your movement before the fire broke out.
Before the fire? Which fire are you talking about?
Which one? There's more than one tonight?
What? Oh, I see. I guess you didn't hear about it. We had 2 fires here at the Bepleys Embassy tonight. What a bother all of that was.
Why do these 2 embassies constantly have fires?
I don't know. Me. Wait, but
Oh no. Did you freeze? You froze. That's the first time tonight that happened.
am I back?
You're back.
Am I back?
Yeah.
Am I back?
Man, thought we almost went the entire stream without that happening.
Almost. We should have ended at 8, just to not have to do it.
Just have a 2-hour stream.
Wait, but the only fire we know about is the one after the Jamming Ninja show, right? You didn't get that one.
Yeah, we didn't.
Oh, wow.
I heard you the entire time, so.
Yeah.
Oh, well, the first I occurred at the start of the Jammin' Ninja show. Luckily, only the 4th and 5th floors of our embassy caught on fire.
Yeah, this building's just a walking fire hazard.
Not wanting to cause a panic among the theater goers, we decided to keep it internal.
Maybe that's the reason for the shape. It, like, limits the amount of air that can reach the fires to make them bigger.
Hi, Miss Mango.
Hey there, Miss Mango.
Long time no chat. How you been?
And the fire after the Jammin' Ninja show was the second one of the night.
Exactly.
The fire witness was the second one. Come to think of it, didn't Detective Bad make reference to the first fire?
Well, hopefully your on the track for them to be less wild, more mild.
Good plan words. That I agree with.
Thank you.
I agree with the sentiment. I'm glad you're doing well
You know-
now, though. Miss Mango. When was this photo taken? Apparently right after the fires and the 4th and 5th floors put out. I suppose this means that the photo was taken just after the first fire was put out.
So then, what was the extent of the damage in the second fire?
The second fire was contained to the floor of the 3rd floor. I think it was leftover embers from the fire on the floors above it that caused it.
That's, how should I put this? A very bad stroke of luck.
Yeah.
Well, I did not do a good job putting out the fire, I guess.
Yeah.
My office at the 2nd floor, Manny's office here. And Manny himself, all gone in the blink of an eye.
There's Babal.
I feel so sorry for you, Mr. Palladino.
Oh, look at me, going on and on. Now then, what was it you wanted to ask again?
We're discussing what your actions whereabouts for today were. If you happen to know what Mr. Coach's actions whereabouts were as well.
Well, yes, very well. Yeah, let's see. I've been quite busy all day, from morning until now.
No worries, Miss Mango. Thank you for stopping by and saying hi. Hope to see you again soon as well.
Yeah, it's nice to hear from you.
I know you've been taking a break from streaming, so yeah, I'm glad that. I hope things are calming down, and I hope that you get a lot of time for yourself and your partner to kind of just relax.
For sure, for sure.
First, I woke up and then I brushed my teeth. After that, I had a roll for breakfast.
Fascinating. How about if you just skipped the relevant parts for me?
Oh, you'd like a condensed version. Alright, I can do that for you.
Got so much stuff.
Ugh.
So what did Mr. Coach say you do this morning?
Well, originally, we were supposed to meet and shake hands with the German ninja. Manny and I wanted to turn it into a photo op, so we were here tidying up his office.
You helped clean Mr. Coach's office. How are you not cleaning your own?
Oh, I think I forgot to mention this. My office is currently undergoing renovations. Which is why both the Primidex statue and the Babyliss knife set are down here.
I see.
Oh, but the tidying didn't take much, really. We just burned some files we no longer needed and expired coupons in the fireplace.
I bet cleaning out the fireplace must have been a real pain, though, huh?
Oh, about that. I kind of forgot to clean the ashes out.
I wonder you're having so many fires.
I guess I'm up a creek without Manny here to get angry at me.
An ambassador like yourself has been on the receiving end of the Secretary's anger.
Oh, he was very good at being very mad. Even just this morning, he got mad at me. I spilled some Babyliss ink onto the back wall when I was burning the files, you see. And they got mad at me, saying that I should treat the ink with more respect.
Apparently orders go up the chain command around here.
That's about it for what we did this morning. There's some cleaning.
You tell me you had no other work to do, being an ambassador and all. Now then, if you could tell me what you and Mr. Cochin did this afternoon.
Well, Manny and I went down together to the theater Neutralis. We had to be there for the start of the Steel Samurai stage show. After the show started, I went back to my office on the 5th floor alone.
So they went together until the start of the Steel Samurai show.
A little while later, after I had straightened myself up a bit, I returned to the theater. Because I was to take part in the photo op on stage at the end of the show.
There was a commemorative photo op at the end.
It was a fantastic photo of the three of us. Ambassador Alba, the Steel Samurai, and myself. After the photo shoot, I went back to my office on the 5th floor to prepare for my handshake photo op with the Jammin Ninja.
Seems to be rather overworked for an ambassador.
When I got to my office, that's when the first fire broke out and I escaped down the stairs. My office was completely destroyed, but thankfully no one was hurt. I admit I ran away from the first fire as fast as my legs could carry me. But during the second one, I pitched in and helped the embassy staff put it out.
So you didn't see Mr. Cochin again at the start of the Steel Samurai show?
Yes, that's right. The next time I saw him, he was lying there in an eternal sleep.
I see. Ambassador Padiano, thank you very much for your help.
I'm sorry I couldn't be more assistance, Mr. Edgeworth. If there is anything else, please don't hesitate to ask, alright?
I wonder if you may tell me what you noticed about Mr. Cochin's bottle of ink.
I just thought of it right now, but during the second fire, Manny was worried about his office, so he came rushing back to it. I called out to him, but when I received no reply, I used my spare key to open the door. But when I did, I was greeted by roaring green flames. The flames were so big that I wasn't able to see into the room at all.
The fire was green. What was the cause?
Oh, lit crystal oil burns green when it's lit, as you can see by this lantern.
And Beverly's ink is made from the same oil, which means it would also burn green.
You know, I too had thought it was Manny's ink that had caught on fire. Well, that's why I was surprised to find out there was still a bottle of ink left on the desk.
The case of the perplexing green flames. Talk about a mystery.
What exactly was it that caught on fire in here? I believe that you said you might have an idea as to why Mr. Cochin hired the masked second.
Actually, I fear it may be my fault. As I was telling you earlier, we were to determine which statue was the real one as a part of today's event.
But because of the Yatagarasu and the fire here, that got canceled, didn't it?
I'm actually relieved the rest of the event has been cancelled. For you see, the ball statue, well, it's just a replica.
Did Mr. Cochin know that about the Prima Deck statue?
Of course he knew. That's why he was the only person I could consult with. We'd have to do something once our statue was revealed as a replica. It was to be expected. I was very nervous today, as they would expect our country's authority.
Yes, I understand.
When I told Manny my concerns, he said, let me handle it. It'll be alright. I'll find a way to make sure you're the ambassador of the reunited Cadopia. At the time, I thought he was just trying to cheer me up. But when I saw that note, I realized he was serious.
Mr. Cochin conducted a lot of business behind your back. I assume he did all that to ensure that you are the next Cadopian ambassador.
But why was he trying so hard, I wonder? He was so much better at getting things done than I ever was or will be.
I don't know the answer to why he was trying so hard yet. I suspect he had an ulterior motive in mind beyond just simple kindness.
Oh, here you are, Mr. Edgeworth.
Detective Gumshoe, have you collected the information that I requested?
Yep, got it all right here, sir. Hey, here you go, Kay. Feel free to take a look. It's for you, after all. What is all this, Gummy? It's all the information on this room that I got from the embassy and Interpol people. Now we know exactly how this room was before and after the fire.
Good work, Detective.
Oh, it's nothing, sir. I'm an expert at getting people to talk. Wow, you two remind me so much of my father and Uncle Bad.
What do you mean?
As prosecutor and detective, your dynamic is just like theirs back in the day. But don't you worry. I'm going to find my own wonderful partner someday. And when I do, I'm going to be a good Yatagarasu, just like my father, right?
Please don't ask me questions to which I have no answers to, Kay. However, I can say that it is truly a wonderful thing to find a partner you can trust.
You bet. So, what now, Miss Edgeworth?
Well, I'd like to ask you for a favor.
Yes?
That gadget, Mr. Thief, is it? The thing you call your secret weapon.
Night, Shady. Thanks for hanging out.
Night, Shady.
Oh, you mean Little Thief? You're coming to rely on it, aren't you?
I don't need a crutch like that. I'm only asking because I need it for the investigation. From the information Detective Gumshoe gathered in the ambassador's testimony, I'd like you to please recreate this room as it was during the third floor fire.
You got it. All right, here we go. Dark skies of evening, when no other when no other dare birds take the wing, and all sea remains.
Perfect.
Dark skies of evening, when no other bird dares take wing, one alone remains all-seeing. Now, witness the true power of a real modern-day Robin Hood.
It seems there are other things besides what the ambassador mentioned that have changed. It's possible that we might find the escape route the person Kay saw used as well.
Oh, what is this? Is this some sort of light show I was not told about?
It's the power of true vigilante. It's recreating the room with the info I inputted.
Really? That's certainly one interesting device you have there, Miss Faraday.
I believe it's about time we return to investigation. I just want to verify, but I think this is... Yeah, this is gonna take a hot minute, so this is probably a good hot minute to stop.
Works for me.
Because otherwise, as usual, I don't want to stop in the middle of investigating a room.
Yeah, then we're gonna figure out where we ended, and
so it does look like I think this is the last room before the next break between parts. We'll reach the end of Middle 2, and so next time we'll finish Middle 2 and start Middle 3.
Whoop, whoop.